Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside the Ken Nickel Arena in Beaumont, Alberta. It has been a beautiful day outside, but we're going to crank the temperature up a notch here. We've got the Outlaws and we have got the Saskatchewan SWAT coming your way right now. Both teams looking to get back in the win column. Saskatchewan dropping a 9-8 loss to Edmonton last night. And Beaumont, they lost 11-7 to the Red Deer Rampage. I'm expecting some fireworks, lots of goals to be on hand, so grab the popcorn, crack a drink. Let's get after it. We're lining up the draw right now. And off the opening faceoff, it is Dylan Hebig and number 23, Blaine Wedman for Beaumont. And Saskatchewan gets early possession off the drop. Saskatchewan moves it out to the high right side. That's Easton Burns. Burns looking around. Up to Weston. Try to work it down to the slot. Caught up by the Beaumont defender. That was Peyton Cook. And they're in transition now. That's Wedman. Wedman's breaking into Saskatchewan's zone. Blows by his man. Clean cut to the net. Shoots and save. Number 35 for the Saskatchewan SWAT. That's Ryan Horby. Saskatchewan looking to break back out now. Straight over his man. Moving across center. Mason Loma. Gets it across. It's back to Burns. Burns moves it across. Weston. Works down to the low right. Sorry, back to the high right, pardon me. Try to work it through the slot again. That's broken up by the Beaumont defenders. Chopped up towards the line. And that's an in transition as we've got Peyton Cook on. Sorry, not Peyton Cook. Goudreau had a clear shot at the net. Got draped by his defender. Waits for his line mates to join him. Goudreau hands it off. Sends it in front. Shoots and scores! Brett Murray making it 1-0 Beaumont early in the first period here off the cut through the crease and sends it short side. We promised you goals, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Brett Murray getting the gorgeous cross-seam pass and firing it short side, making it 1-0 Beaumont just over 2 minutes into the first period. Line it back up now. We got Wedman and we have got Hebig. We'll see who comes to this. Battling for possession. Hebig thought he came with it. Beaumont gets it back on their own end. And that's Dorland. He's going to send it back out. Hendricks going for a run. Getting partially worked over by his man. Bring it over to the right-hand side. Takes the hit and still makes the play out. That was Stewart with the low 5-hole shot. Goalie got a piece, goes into the corner. Works it back up high. Stewart still has the ball. Works it across. That's Maloney. Sending it across once more. That's Hillebrand. Goalie had Maloney back on it. Sends it back up the high left. Shoots and scores! The shot beat the goaltender low left. That's number 22, Hillebrand, putting one past the netminder. 2 minute, 2-0 Beaumont. Beaumont zipping the ball around pretty good so far early in the game. And let's see if the speed keeps up, because there's going to need to be adjustments made on Saskatchewan side, if so. Wedman and Loma line effort. Saskatchewan coming with the ball. Getting worked over by number 46. It's Weatherby. But he breaks away. Saskatchewan trying to set something up here. Getting worked over by his man. Francis hands it off. Burns cutting to the slot. Got hurt by his man. Sends it just wide of the net. But Saskatchewan still maintains possession. Momentarily, Beaumont does get picked that up. As a shot clock violation does go off, Beaumont will continue to keep possession. As Wedman goes for it. Delay penalty on Saskatchewan coming up. Going to the bench. Extra attacker coming out. Beaumont setting up now. Tompkins sending it over to Lee. Lee faking the shot. Going to Hobby. Lee shooting and just missing. Ball picked up by Saskatchewan. And we got the game's first penalty coming our way now. Two minutes holding on Saskatchewan now as Beaumont's going to the power play. Big early kill for Saskatchewan here now as Lee breaks it into the zone. Fakes to left, fakes right, going left. Back to Stewart, back to Lee. Back over to Stewart once more. Lee up high once again. Sends it across. That's Hobbity. Save by the netminder. Beaumont does keep it in the zone, however. Lee keeps it. Sends it to Stewart. Sends it back over to Hobday. To Lee to Stewart. Stewart shoots and saved by the netminder. Ball goes out of play. Beaumont will keep possession as that did hit the Saskatchewan player first. Lee surveying. Hobday. Over to Lee again. And on the partial ball, but Beaumont does keep it in. Sends it up high. Shoot, save. And off the transition change, Saskatchewan's in. Shoots and scores. Number 6, Hackenstein, who had himself an absolutely awesome night last. Wait, pardon me. I thought that was a goal. My apologies. Big save by Dorland. Beaumont still setting up. Lee. Back up to Hobday. Sends it across to Maloney to Hobday. Fakes a shot to Lee. Shoot, save. Saskatchewan being tested early here, but after the flurry of 2 quick goals on the power play, netminder is standing very, very firm in his net. Saskatchewan's just going to try and run the last of this time on a penalty out here. Ball squirts free. Beaumont picks it up. Rogalski moves it across center. Waiting for the last of the line to come out. Murray. Over to Hobday. Sends it far. Back to... Oh. And off of the errant pass. Ball goes back to center. Beaumont keeps it in the zone rather quickly. We have just played 5 minutes into the first period. 2-0 Beaumont if you were just joining us. And just as the shot clock expires, Marcus Hillebrand fires one into the goalie's chest. And Saskatchewan picks it up off transition with a long goalie pass. Saskatchewan shoots. Saved Dorland. Dorland looking rather sharp early himself. Saskatchewan's going to get possession of the ball in the offensive zone now. See what they can do. Some much-needed zone time here early through the first period here. 14.5 minutes left to go in the first period. 2-0 Beaumont. Saskatchewan working it around. Steen looking. Faking shot. Shoot. Save Dorland. It's in the ball. It's in the feet of Steen and... off the errant ball. Cutler moving it across. Cutler waiting for his line mates to join him. Sends it across to Lee. Cutler will make a change. Stewart joining Lee. Sending it up to Tompkins, to Maloney. Maloney looking for the shot. Turner had it. And the ball's going the other way. Beaumont picks it up on a clear-cut break. And a big save, Saskatchewan, on that huge breakaway chance here early in the first period. The SWAT are going to break it back up the floor now. Mayers. Hands it off to Loma. Works it into the lower right side for Francis. Long pass. Works it up high to Barnby. Sends it back across the right-hand side. We're looking for that slosh shot. Save Dorland. Dorland's looking sharp very early as Dorland works it back out, and they're going for the long stretch just out of the reach of number 69, Brett Murray. Saskatchewan going to be setting back up once more. Burns. Great by number 20, Goudreau. Burns cut past the man. Delay penalty on the way for Beaumont. A Saskatchewan's netminder is going to head to the bench as the extra attacker is going to come on. Not 8 seconds on the shot clock now. Steen looking for the shot. And it ends up in the pads of the Beaumont netminder as Saskatchewan is going to go to the power play for the first time here. It's going to be number 46 for Beaumont, Weatherby, going to the box. 2 minutes for play of the ball to hand. This Saskatchewan team has a little bit of fight in them. They played a very tight game last night against the Edmonton Warriors. They lost that one 9-8. But wouldn't you know it, story from the score does not mean what we saw on the floor was what it was. Very tenacious all evening. Steen sends it across. One shot to score! And on the power play, Saskatchewan cuts the lead to 2-1 off the beautiful pass from Steen. And that's number 9, Dylan Hebig, finding the back of the net. He buried that high short side. And just like that, we got a new game. 12 minutes, 14 seconds to go in the first period. 2-1 Beaumont. Back to 5-on-5 play now. Wedman and Hebig lining up for the draw once more. Battling for possession of it. The ball ends up under one of the players. I couldn't tell who exactly it was. And after scoring just on the power play, Saskatchewan's going back to the box. It's number 9, Dylan Hebig. And Beaumont's going to go back to the power play here. 2 minutes cross-checking on Saskatchewan's play. On Saskatchewan's part of me. Dylan Hebig. Lee is going to bring this in for Beaumont. See what this power play can do for them. 0 for 1 so far. Working it around. Lee to Stewart. Back to Lee. Back to Stewart once more. Lee up high one more time. Sends it across to Hobday. Sends it to Lee to Stewart. Back to Lee. Stewart. Looking for the shot. To Hobday. He wants that swing shot. Shoots it. Saves right into the chest of the netminder. And Saskatchewan's away here. They're going to try and make something of it shorthanded. But what a pickoff by Lee on the backhand to pick that up and send it back down the floor the other way. Minute 25 to go on the penalty. 11:30 to go in the first period. 2-1 Beaumont. Lee looking across for Stewart. Back up high to Lee. It's in the feet of the netminder. Going to pick it up. Saskatchewan's going to try and move it out of here. Kill a little bit of time off his penalty. Getting all sorts of work over by Maloney, but he still makes it over to center. But Beaumont picks it up, and they're going to bring it right back in. Fresh troops on for both floors now. Hobday still has it. Looking for the open man. He's going to survey. Works it across to the left side. And what looked like the gorgeous one-time opportunity is for naught as Hobday fires it from the high slot, saved by the netminder. Oh, there's one more. Nice between the legs, between the back pass, as Maloney went to shoot it, and it's in the chest of number 35, Ryan Horbe, once again. Saskatchewan going to bring it up now. 26 seconds on the penalty. 10.5 minutes to go in the first period. Saskatchewan's just going to work this around the zone now. Dorland works it out. Hillebrand waiting for the rest of the line to come on. Lee, surveying, sends it to Stewart. Sends it to Murray. Murray shoots. And a save into the stick of the netminder. Saskatchewan will pick it up, and that'll do it for the power play. Beaumont, plenty of pressure, but couldn't break through that defense. Saskatchewan brings it back across the floor now. And a save by Dorland as a little bit of extracurricular traffic ended up in his crease. But Beaumont's across center now, and they're going to be trying to set up possession once again. That's Stewart. He's running around the net. Back up high to Turner. Bobbled the pass. And that's number 14 from Saskatchewan, Kyle Weiss. Had a partial break. 3 men back in a hurry, waiting for the rest of the line. as Burns faked the shot. Momentarily lost possession of it, but Burns still has it. Sends it across to the far right. Momentarily blocked out by a Beaumont defender. But Saskatchewan still keeps possession. And on a golden opportunity, bounced the ball over the netminder and just wide of the net. Saskatchewan still has possession. Fresh 30 on the clock. Sending it across. Wanted the shot, blocked by in front of the net. Saskatchewan will regain possession. 18 seconds left on the shot clock. 8:50 to go in the first period. With a score 2-1. Ball goes over the net, ends up behind the net. Saskatchewan's still going to hang on for possession of this. Big shift from Saskatchewan here now in answer for the 2-1. As the shot clock expires, the ball trickled through Dorland after the shot clock expired. And we have got a tie game. As that is number 4, Carson Welsh tying the game early for Saskatchewan. 8.5 minutes to go in the first period. You can't cut that one any closer. Just as the shot clock expired, shot goes off. And then everybody held their breath to see where the ball went, and it ended up just over that white fickle line. Lining up again, Hebig versus Wedman. Lots of battle for it. Beaumont comes with it momentarily here. Lots of scrumming around in there. As Saskatchewan is going to pick up possession and start slowly breaking out here. Luoma sends it over to Weiss. Over to Francis. Over to Fetch. To Weston. Works it back. Saved by Dorland. Saskatchewan does the possession still. Saskatchewan's starting to buzz around now. Save Dorland into the corner. Beaumont picks up possession here, and they are away in a hurry. Line change flying over as a partial odd man comes across. And that was a gorgeous pass across as it went from the far left to the far right in an absolute hurry. Goaltender equal to the task. As this has been back and forth, I'm starting to get dizzy watching this one go back and forth, but it is highly entertaining. 7.5 minutes to go in the first period. 2-2 Beaumont between Saskatchewan. Beaumont serving, sends it up high. That's Hillebrand. Sends it to Tompkins. Down to Maloney. Maloney, power cut to the net. But there was nothing there as he was getting watched over by number 11, Matthew St. Germain. Ball kind of having a mind of its own there for a second as the ball bounced out of the stick, off the boards, up high, and Saskatchewan will come away with it as they transition over with Burns carrying it over. Burns cutting hard to the net. Sutter sets back off, waits for the high man to come in. Loma sends it back up high to Steen. Steen being watched closely. Steen wanted the high cross pass, just missed it. And now we got a foot race. Rogalski scores off the errant pass off the boards and down the rink. Just like that, it is 3-2 Beaumont once again. 6.5 minutes to go in the first period here, but very back and forth affair thus far. Lining back up once again, Hebig and Wedman battling for possession. And off the trip inside the dot, Beaumont's going to keep possession. Fresh troops coming on now. Stewart picks it up on the run, wanting to get set up. Stewart serving. Fakes the shot over, gets it to Maloney. Maloney goes for the stutter and stops. Momentarily loses his footing. Draped by two Saskatchewan defenders. Sends it up to Hobday. Ball off the boards. That's over to Tompkins. Tompkins fakes a shot, shoots, and saves. Horbeys looks very well, very, very good for Saskatchewan thus far in the first period. And they wanted the stretch pass. just got knocked down. But momentarily, Beaumont had it, but it got picked back up by Saskatchewan. Now here comes Francis, getting worked over. Delayed penalty on the way for Beaumont. Steen sends it across. Works it back up high. Barnby. Barnby shoots and scores. Dorland never saw it as that shot beat him lower to the right-hand side. And with 5 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the first period, we've got a 3-3 game. Both teams want to get back in the win column after both them losing last night. The SWAT losing 9-8 to the Warriors, and the Outlaws losing 11-7 against a Rampage from Red Deer. Both teams kind of want to make up some ground in each of their respective divisions. And if we keep this pace up all day, we are going to have a high-scoring affair. Lining up again. Wedman. And Hebig. Oh, and a big slash from Hebig, but Beaumont comes away with it. Beaumont looking around. Sends it over to Lee. Wanted to send it to Maloney. He ended up in his gloves, but Maloney still picks it up. Back over to Lee. Sid. To Murray. Lee had the back. Lee shoots, ball just wide of the net. Bouncing around, and it's a shot clock violation. Beaumont. Saskatchewan's going to pick it up and try and make something happen with the last 4 minutes and 35 seconds of the first period here as they wait for the personnel to join the crew on the floor already. Welsh brought it in, sending it across. Big save, Dorland. Welsh picks up the rebound momentarily there. And the ball goes off the defender, up in the netting. Well, I thought it was off the netting, pardon me. It must have deflected off something, because Saskatchewan is still going to keep possession of this ball inside the zone with 4 minutes and 13 seconds left as they're looking to get set up, working it off the low-end half wall on the right-hand side. From Wet to Weston. Back over to Steen. Francis. And Beaumont picks that ball up off in transition as it's Rogalski. And that was Maloney with the shot. Save by the netminder. Saskatchewan's going to break back out. Francis. Waiting for fresh personnel. Barnby. Barnby waiting for the rest of his teammates to join him. They do. Burns. Sending it across. Weston from Steen. Ball momentarily bobbled as Burns is going to keep possession of it inside the zone. Went for the behind the back pass. This is just wide shot clock violation for Saskatchewan, pardon me, as Beaumont's going to break out in a hurry now. Beaumont wanting to also get the tiebreaker going into the first period. 3-3s are scored, just over 3 minutes to go in the first period. Rogalski bringing it in for Beaumont. Gets the pick set he wants. And off the blow through the crease, Beaumont's going to keep possession. Tompkins handed it off. Shot. And out of that, Beaumont's getting the penalties. And number 88, Eric Tompkins, he's going to the box. 2 minutes for holding as Saskatchewan is going to be going back to the power play. 2 minutes and 47 seconds to go in the first period. See what they can do here. They've struck on a delayed penalty once already. Let's see what they can do 5-on-4. Saskatchewan bringing it into the zone. Steen. To Burns. Burns still has it. Big up high. Big save, Dorland. Steen went for the reverse windmill shot. $20 seconds to go on that shot clock. Saskatchewan still keeping possession. Weston sent it up high to Steen. Steen still has it. Back to Weston to Steen. Steen wants the shot, fakes it. The ball goes into the corner. That hit something in front. Back at the Burns to Steen. Steen goes to the low shot off the toes of the netminder Dorland. That was a nice save for that. Nice save, Dorland. Keeping this game 3-3. Minute 56 to go in the period. 109 to go on. A penalty to Beaumont. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Shot just wide. Steen sending it down low to the left-hand side. Back to the high point. Back to Steen. And off the pick and roll reverse pass. Steen low shot and he scores. Wait, no, he didn't score. I thought the back of the net, pardon me. And Beaumont's just going to get the press personnel out. Fresh four on the floor for them now. Rolling all the way down the end of the end of the floor, pardon me. Saskatchewan looking to get set up. 27 seconds on the penalty to Beaumont. Minute 10 to go in the first period. Setting up high to Steen. Steen quarterback in this power play for the SWAT. Shoot, save Dorland. Beaumont picks it up. Beaumont picking it up now. Getting mobbed by two players from Saskatchewan here. Number 12 and number 8 respectively. Burns and Loma. And we got a delayed penalty on the way here now. As that'll do it for the Saskatchewan power play with just 3 seconds left. It's Mason Loma going to the box. It's a 2-minute call for cross-checking. 48 seconds left to go in the first period here. When Beaumont comes out of the box, they're basically going to have a 2-minute power play with a minute 57 on the clock. Lee looking to start this up for Beaumont now. Brings it across the zone, waiting for the last set of personnel to turn it or join him. Sends it over to Hobday. Over to Lee. Sends it down low to Stewart, back at the Lee. Lee fakes shot, goes Hobday to Maloney. And off the cross pass and shot that goes just wide, Beaumont keeps possession. Hobday to Lee. Down low to Stewart in the low left-hand side. Works it behind the net. To Lee, to Stewart, high point. And a big save by the netminder. Thought it was behind him. But it ended up in front of him and started rolling towards himself. Big save to keep this game tied. 5 seconds to go in the first period. And I think Saskatchewan's going to let this one run out. Yeah, they just send it down. And that'll do it for the first period of an action-packed affair. 3-3 between the Outlaws and the SWAT. We're going to take a quick 10-minute breather, and we'll be back for the second period. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back inside the Ken Nickel Arena in Beaumont. 3-3 between the Outlaws and the SWAT. As we're starting to kick things up another gear here, it's gorgeous outside, it's warm outside, but it is red hot in here. The intensity's up, it's been back and forth. Big saves at both ends and timely goals. Who's going to get the next one? Your guess is as good as mine. We're getting lined up now for the opening draw. We have got Wedman and Hebig lining up for the draw. And the ref is going to let them go. And that is Ledwig breaking it out. Number 74 for Beaumont, bringing it into the zone with authority. Sends it across high. Kylie shoots and just misses. That was a nice in-transition pass to jump through the circle. Just missed it. Beaumont getting set up. Lee behind the net. Serving. Oh, and he wanted the cross zoomer to Maloney. Maloney just misses it. Hobday sets it up. Hobday set it up. Back up to Lee. Stewart. To Maloney. They want that cross crease pass. Just not quite there yet, but the look is there itself. Lee shooting. Lee scores low short side. 40 seconds into the second period. Beaumont regains the lead. Ty Lee picking up the bounce off the boards and sending it low side on the goalie's stick hand side. We got Hebig and Wedman setting back up now to scrum over the ball. Ref just getting them ready in position. Sticks together, and away we go. Hebig and Ledwig setting it up. Beaumont comes away with it out of the scrum. That's Cook waiting for us to reinforcements now. Turner, pardon me, has it now. Setting it up. High shot. Beaumont regains possession. Maloney cutting through the zone, sends it just wide on the far side. Ball hits the net. Flies out of play. Saskatchewan ball. We've just eclipsed under a minute and 10 seconds into the game here now. Saskatchewan bringing it across the floor. Burns setting it across to Loma. Up high to the left-hand side. Fakes a shot. Fetch coming in high. And off the side of the net, up out of play. Beaumont's going to regain possession here and break back out of the zone, and they do so in a hurry. Offensive legs joining for Beaumont now as the rest of the defense gets off. And another goal. Beautiful transition pass. Kylie picks it up, shelves it short side high, jumping through the circle. And Beaumont's got that two-goal lead back. 18-22 left to play in the second period. Lee once again with a gorgeous shot through the crease and shelved it. Lining back up the center dot, Hebig and Ledwig. Ref setting the ball in play, making sure they're all good. Battling for the ball now. Hebig came away with it, and Saskatchewan comes away with it momentarily in transition. Number 3 shoots and misses just wide of the net. And Beaumont's going to get this ball off the boards. Bit of collision at the center zone there. Saskatchewan's looking to break back out. Fakes pass. Sending it across to Welsh. Welsh right in the rest of the team. Steen, who had an amazing game last night against the Warriors, picking up 8 points in that 9-8 loss. Sending it across over to Weston. Weston getting worked over. Shot clock runs out. Nice defense by Beaumont as Beaumont breaks back out. Number 74. Waiting for a transition. 88. That's Tompkins. Lost at his feet. Maloney does pick it up and plays to Tompkins, though. Sending it up to Hillebrand. Hillebrand looking around, sending it back down to Tompkins. To Maloney. Missed a wide shot. Maloney sending it across. No dice on that. Hillebrand and Tompkins fighting for it. Hillebrand comes away with it. 6 seconds on the shot clock. 77 gives it a rip. That was Hobday. And Hobday still comes up with it here. And we got a delay penalty on the play as the Saskatchewan player number 20, Kenny Elliott, was hit up high. He's getting up under his own power and going to rejoin the play. You love to see that. And off the transition. Oh, no delay penalty. Pardon me, sorry. Fetch out of the zone in a hurry. Spinning off the man. Looking for Steen. Misses Steen. Francis bringing it back to the zone. Barnby getting mugged in the corner, but still has the ball. And Barnby came away with the ball over to Steen. Steen sends it across. Big block shot in front of the net by number 19, Beaumont. Goudreau. Big shot block hitting him in the shoulder. Goudreau breaks it up now. Beaumont getting the offensive 5 back on the floor. 16-12 to go in the second period. 5-3 Beaumont. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Saskatchewan does pick up this ball, however, as Beaumont and Saskatchewan, are going to be making changes. Saskatchewan breaking it up quick. Sending it across. And off the collision in front, ball pops free. Burns Burns calling for the ball, doesn't get it. Ball to Lee. Save by Horbe. Off the whistle, Beaumont keeps possession. Lee setting up on the left side half wall. Lee setting it across to Hobday. Hobday around the net. Getting the pick step by Maloney. Hobday still has the ball. Rips it and scores! The shot from the high right-hand side beats the netminder shorts. And Beaumont's got a 6-3 lead with 15-18 to go in the second period. It was Hobby that went around the world and then shot it short side on the netminder. Doesn't get much better than that, folks. Wedman and Hebig setting back up for the center zone now. Battling for it. Ball not coming out of the stick. Ball comes out, hits out of play. And Saskatchewan's going to get possession of the ball hitting the roof. Saskatchewan getting set up. Sending it across. Steen went for the cross zone pass, pardon me, over to Barnby. Barnby just couldn't handle it. Ball scooted into the feet. But Saskatchewan's still going to keep hold of this. And number 3, Josh Weston, takes the gorgeous through the zone pass and snipes it short side on Dorland. And just like that, it's 6-4 Beaumont with lots of game left. Saskatchewan not going away here just yet. They're going to fight right to the end. And that was Weston getting the ball and just hammering it home short side. Wedman and Hebig lining back up here now. These two have had a lot of good battles in the dot already, and we're not even halfway through the game. Lining up now, refs positioning the ball between the sticks, and we are back in play now. Hebig and Ledwig fighting for it. Saskatchewan coming away with it, getting stacked up on the line by 74 and 46. Ball's loose. And Beaumont's going to get possession of that ball. As Wedman brings it in. Wedman sends it to Lee. And huge save by Horby. As Lee was in front, and that's something you do not want to leave in front of the net by themselves. That kid can absolutely rip the pill. It's not even funny how hard he shoots it. Well, setting it across over from Loma, back over to Barnby. To Fetch. Fetch getting worked over. Sends it down to the low corner. Pick set. To Barnby. Barnby shutters. And Beaumont might have a clear-cut break here. Partial 2-on-1. Sends it over to Tompkins. Tompkins shoot. What a save by Horby. Saskatchewan's going to get the ball off that partial stop, and Saskatchewan breaking it out now. Running along the left-hand wall. Partially stepped up on. Weston waiting for the rest of his reinforcements. Weston sends it to Steen. Steen looking. Went for the bobbled into a bounce pass, but gets it back. Burns. Burns looking. Burns going to cut to the net himself. Shoot and scores! What a goal by, what an absolute goal. That was something else. Takes the ball, works the defender off, jumps in the air, and spikes it over the goal line. And we have got a one-goal game once again. Saskatchewan is not going away in this game. They are playing hard-nosed lacrosse, and it is resulting in them getting some golden opportunities in the Beaumont end. 6-5 for Beaumont. 13:07 to go in the second period. Ledwig and Hebig setting back up in the draw now. Quick conversation to centers for not, though, as they're getting positioned to take the draw once again. Ref positioning between the sticks. And we are back in play. Ledwig, Hebig, battling for it. Thought Ledwig came with it, but it's Hebig that comes out with it. Resets it back into his own end for number 14, Kyler Weiss. Weiss getting worked over. Weiss sends it up to Burns. The ball goes behind the net. Beaumont picks back up. They're going to break back out. Hits the two-line pass over to Weatherby. Weatherby looking for the rest of his teammates now. Weatherby to Maloney. Sends it down to Tompkins. To Stewart. Stewart looking. Sends it to Maloney. Maloney rips it just wide of the net. That's going to retreat back into their own end. Dorland's going to come play it out now. Dorland rips it to mid-ice. Maloney, just as the shot clock expires, just wide of the goal, off the end board, Saskatchewan's going to reset. Saskatchewan bring it in, waiting for the rest of the reinforcements. Fetch sends it across. Fetch sends it high. Barnby to Steen. Almost going to pick that back up and break out. As that's Rogalski. And that's a goal! Taylor Hutching off the transition. Gets it from Rogalski and snipes it 5-hole. Beaumont's got their 2-goal lead back. 11:39 to go in the second period. This thing is far from over, folks. They have been going back and forth all evening here, and it's getting a little warm in here with how back and forth they're going. The goals are flying up here at temperature. Getting set back up now. Ledwig, Hebig. They're going to battle it out the draw here one more time. Ref blows it in play. And off the whistle, Beaumont's going to get possession. Beaumont bringing it in. Maloney gets the handoff. Waiting for the rest of his line mates to join up. Spin move up the pick set. Maloney still has the ball. Sends it to Stewart. Stewart momentarily bobbles it. And that's number 23 on Saskatchewan, who's fighting through lots of checks now. And he's still got possession, waiting for the rest of his teammates now. Number 3, Weston. Weston looking around. Sends it across high. Just out of the hands of Loma. But Beaumont's going to come out with it now. And they got a partial 2-on-1 here now. As this is Stewart across to Maloney. Just out of the stick of Maloney. But does pick it back up and control possession. As the rest of his offensive line mates do come onto the floor now to join him. Maloney serving. Sending it across. To Hobday. Hobday back. Oh, just out of the hands of... That one just flew a little high on Murray behind the net. Saskatchewan netminder is going to pick that one back up. And he's going to look for the open pass. Finds it just at center, just over the stick of Weiss. Saskatchewan joining in. Burns had it. Welsh serving. 5 seconds on that shot clock. Got to make a shot here. Shoot, save, Dorland. Saskatchewan and Beaumont battle for the ball. Beaumont does get it. And Beaumont's going to try and get a little more transition offense going here. As the rest of them are joining out, I think they're going to take the slow route here and just get set back up. Throw. To Hobday. Hobday looking, pick set. Hobday sends it across to Maloney, out of the stick of Maloney. Saskatchewan brings it back into the own end now. Weston looking, sends it over to Fetch, back to Weston. And Beaumont's going to pick up possession off of that turnover. Beaumont. It's Wedman who has it momentarily here. Wedman wanted to go around. Ball pops out of his stick. Picked up, though, by Hillebrand. Hillebrand, shutter step. Hillebrand shoots. Just wide of the net. Up into the netting. And out of play. Saskatchewan's going to pick that ball up and come back down the court. 8:45 to go in the second period now. 7-5 Beaumont. Saskatchewan bringing it across half. Welsh waiting for the rest of the line change to complete. Welsh sends it over. Burns sends it down to Steen. Steen sends it across. Back to Steen. Fakes a shot. Welsh getting worked. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Sends it through. Rebound. And Saskatchewan's going to keep possession of that ball, folks. As we have got a penalty on Beaumont coming our way now. Justice Cutler is going to the box. 2 minutes for holding. The hold happened just outside the big paint for their own net. You can't do that. Saskatchewan's getting another power play. Gonna get carried in by Steen. Saskatchewan's been very effective with scoring just before their power plays have come in. Let's see if they can net one here up to Steen. Steen makes the rip. And that one snuck through. It was the pass that originated from Steen's stick that found its way onto number 3, Josh Weston's stick. That we have got ourselves a 1-goal game once again, 8 minutes to go in the second period. And this thing has been back and forth all evening long. I couldn't tell you who's going to score the next one, but when we do have that next one, we're going to have the 2-goal lead. We're going to be back to a tie game. Let's see if period trends follow themselves. Beaumont, Saskatchewan fighting for it once again. And that's going to be... Oh, wow. Nice save by Lowell. Nice save by Dorland, pardon me. Saskatchewan does keep possession now. Barnby looking around, pass it off. Sends it up to the far left point. Just out of the stick. As Beaumont and Saskatchewan work up the floor, we got some chatter from both players going to their respective benches off the big hit. Nothing comes of it, however. Beaumont gets set up. Hobday looking around, finds Stewart. Down low. Back up to Hobday. Hobday rips it and scores! It was the perimeter passing that led to that goal. And the pass from Stewart to Hobday makes this a 2-goal game once again. 7 minutes, 11 seconds to go. It's A6 Beaumont. So far, Beaumont's perimeter passing has just been a little too much for Saskatchewan to handle, but Saskatchewan's hanging in there tough. They're making good on their opportunities, and they're cashing in on the power play. They're keeping this game nice and tight. Very entertaining call to watch so far. Ledwig and Hebig setting back up the draw now. Battling for it. Ball's not coming loose. Headbait comes away with it momentarily. Beaumont does come into the zone with it, however. 74 Beaumont getting worked by two Saskatchewan defenders, waiting for the rest of his team to join him. Pass intended for Lee a little too wide. Lee does have it now, however, waiting for the rest of his line mates to join him. Maloney serving, fakes the shot. Tompkins fake to drive over, back down low to the corner. And Saskatchewan's going to come away with that, and they've got an uncontested breakaway. As Hutchings joins the fray now, shoots just wide of the net. Beaumont picks it up, being watched by three Saskatchewan defenders. Oh, Beaumont's got numbers coming back the other way. It's Cutler. Cutler shoots it into the chest, and that is Borbe making a save for Saskatchewan. And Beaumont's going to the box. Hobday for cross-checking. This is one of those power plays I was talking about from Saskatchewan. They've been very effective with the delayed penalty call and the power play itself. The chance of making it a one-goal game, once again, is very likely here. Beaumont's got to dig in deep to keep the two-goal lead intact with 6:14 left to go in the second period. Saskatchewan brings it in. Steen sends it over. Burns. Back to Steen to Burns. Back up by to Steen. Sends it across to Steen once more. Steen Burns. Weston rips it. Saskatchewan keeps possession. Fresh 30 on the clock. Beaumont keeping a big box in effect here right now. Burns to Steen. And the big save, Dorland, off the cross jumper from Loma. As Beaumont's going to look to kill some time off this, they just send it halfway down. Swatted out of the way, and that's going to end up just going behind the net now. As number 20, Beaumont, Goudreau, is surveying his man, trying to prevent them from bringing the ball back to the floor, but Saskatchewan breaks back into the offensive zone now. Weston sends it to Steen. Steen waiting for the rest of his line change completed. Does. Save off the foot, then a save off the chest. Two big ones from Dorland. As the ball's going to roll just to the perimeter line. Steen keeps it in, however. And Steen's looking backhand pass. Shoot, Dorland, save. Ball's going to pop up, lose behind the net. As we've got Cutler battling for it now. Saskatchewan's going to come with it. Steen, uncontested shot at the net. Just wide of the net now. Ball ends up behind the net. And that is Cutler. He's going to pick that up. And he's going to try and run it out most of the rink here. Big hit on Cutler. Ball's loose. Saskatchewan comes away with it. Battling for it now. Welsh picks it back up. Sends it to Weston. To Steen. Steen looking around. Big save, Dorland. Ball bounces off the netminder, out of play. And that's going to be a Saskatchewan ball. Fresh 30 on the clock. 8 seconds on the power play. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Big save, Dorland. As the ball was momentarily lost at his feet. And Saskatchewan's going to keep possession of this ball now after knocking the player over uncontested. Barnby works it across. Fetch still looking around. Fetch tried to lose his man. Gets the pick set. Fetch shoots. It's in the feet of the front of the crease. And a little bit of rough stuff going down to the right-hand corner of your screen. As they're going to give both them roughing penalties, I believe. Number 5, Barnby on Saskatchewan, and number 18, Ty Cook for Beaumont. They're getting offsetting penalties here with 3:56 to go in the second period. As the official just try to sort out what happened down in the right-hand corner in the Beaumont end. So offsetting minors going across the board. We're going to have 4-on-4 with a brand new face-off at center. I think they're just calling that one a wash. I think they're just going to call that roughing each side. Yeah, one for roughing and one for cross-checking. Here we go. Back of center right. Ledwig, Hebig. 3:56 to go. 8-6 Beaumont. Ball pops free to the left-hand side. Beaumont picks it up. Penalty on the way, though. Saskatchewan's going to get called for tripping. And that's number 9, Saskatchewan, Dylan Hebig, going to the box for tripping. Mind me, not tripping. Double minor from hitting from behind. Beaumont's going to get the rare 4-on-3 power play here. This is a good chance then to put the 3-goal lead back intact for the end of the period. And Saskatchewan's going to need to dig deep to keep this a 2-goal game for the third period, coming up here in about 3 minutes, 45 seconds. Just waiting for everything to get set back in play. Waiting on everything to get set up good. We want that extra second back on the clock, as the clock has started prior to play starting. Waiting on the timekeepers to make the final thing happen here. And I believe we're going to have it in a red-hot second. Second we have it, we're going to... Oh, it's a penalty clock. It's a penalty clock issue. That's what it is. They're trying to get the second minor on the board, and it accidentally updated the one that was prior in play for the 4-on-4 action. A little bit of confusion in the scorekeeper's box. It happens, but we're going to be underway here shortly, ladies and gentlemen. And this second period has been an absolute thrill to call for you so far. If the third period has anything to offer in store like this second period has, you are not going to want to miss it. There we go. Second penalty's on the board. 4-on-3 power play now for the Beaumont Outlaws. 3:46 to go in the second period. 8-6 for the Outlaws, as Hobday brings it across the line over to Lee. Lee surveying to Hobday. Back to Lee. To Hobday. One more time to Lee. Stewart to Lee. Lee rips it and scores. Lee ripped that on the low 5-hole side, going to the left of the netminder. And Beaumont's going to have that 3-goal lead. And for now, at least, nothing has been intact so far this game, as it's 9-6 for the Outlaws. Remains a 4-on-3. It remains 4-on-3, however, due to the double minor. We're gonna line back up. It's Ludwig. Wedman. Pardon me. Holy, I can't talk. Wedman's lining up. He's been excellent in the draws for Beaumont tonight, matching up against Kenny Elliott, taking one of his first draws of the evening. Couple more clock issues here to worry. Nothing to worry about here, folks. We're getting her figured out. The official's in the box figuring it out right now. It's just a matter of what button is it, because I could tell you I don't know. They know more than me. I'm just sitting here talking into a microphone. Technical difficulties persist thus far. I think we're just going to get this thing underway. There we go. We got it figured out now, folks. Almost figured out. Just trying to figure out the tail end of what's going on here. The ref's very intently working on that timekeeper's board, trying to figure this out. Quick check of the game notes. And I think we're almost ready to go again. I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me. 3:30 left in the second period now. 8-6 Beaumont. Sorry, 9-6, pardon me. I'm looking at the old clock. They haven't updated just yet. Here we go. We're back underway. It's Elliott and Ledwig and Wedman battling for it. And a bit of battle around. Beaumont's going to come away with it. They still got the 4-on-3 power play here now. Beaumont getting their number one back out. Stewart to lead. Sending it across Maloney. Back to Stewart. Stewart shoots. Save. Ball's loose in the crease. We're trying to figure out where it is. Beaumont's going to get possession off that check in the crease. Stewart up to head. Stewart missed the pass to Hobday. Hobday's got to make a play here quick. It's on him in a hurry. And that's playing the ball outside of the crease. Saskatchewan's going to get the ball inside the offensive zone. Down a man. See if they can set something up running the triangle offense. The one defender, man in the middle of the zone for Beaumont. Hutchings is the roamer. Being watched by Hobday. Just out of the reach of number 12, Saskatchewan. Beaumont picks it up. Hutchings gets it out of the zone. And the pass just out of the reach of Hobday. That's going to be almost on his stick. Saskatchewan does pick it up, however. Saskatchewan looking to get out of the zone. 2:20 to go in the second period. 24 seconds left on the 4-on-4. 43 seconds will be left in the extra penalty to Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan setting it up now. Still 4-on-3. I think they're content just to let this shot clock run out. Still looking around. Being watched by Goudreau intently. Goudreau checking the man. Ball pops loose. And Goudreau's going to spring Justice Ty Cook in a hurry. And Cook out of the box on the breakaway. Stoned by the Saskatchewan netminder. Battle in the corner is going to lead to the Beaumont ball with 7 seconds left the power play time. Minute 40 to go in the second period. 9-6 Beaumont. Beaumont going to get set up now. Maloney looking. Whips it wide. Doesn't get it. Saskatchewan's picking his ball up. And Saskatchewan's away with numbers here, folks. They got a 2-on-1. Man coming back in a hurry. Sending it across. Shoots is saved. That is a save by Dorland. He has been very sharp this second period. We got a timeout called. Yeah. And on the ensuing play, we do have a Beaumont player in the box. It's number 69, Brett Murray. Saskatchewan's going to get a power play to end the second period here as Murray's in the box. 2 minutes of slashing. Saskatchewan rips it from the line. That's going to be Steen picking it up. Steen looking around. Sending it across. Back to Steen. Steen shoots it wide of the net. Ball bounced in front of the net. Couple of whacks at it. And that's just going to be sent out of the zone as Cutler's going to run it up. Partial numbers with his favor. Cutler still has it. 35 seconds to go in the second period. Cutler getting worked over. Trying to spin off his man. Sends it across. Stewart. Stewart sends it down low behind the net. Stewart sends it over to Maloney just out of the reach of his stick. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Battling for it. Ball's going to run all the way down the end here now. Shot clock expires. Saskatchewan's going to get possession inside the offensive zone. 10 seconds to go in the second period. And a timeout called by Saskatchewan here now. as they're trying to get this game with back within 2 with 8.5 seconds to go in the second period. Back and forth affair all evening thus far. Both teams looking to get back on the win column after losing last night. They are throwing everything they have at each other so far to get there. Beaumont, Saskatchewan tied up after 1. And then the offensive fireworks started coming out both ways. Beaumont putting 6 in the net and Saskatchewan another 3. Saskatchewan going down 3. They can still make a game of this. 55 seconds to go on the penalty to number 69 Beaumont. And they're gonna get that second and a half back on the clock. They're gonna make it a full 10 seconds for Saskatchewan now. Basically the analogy of grip it and rip it here, folks. If you get that ball inside the slot, you're shooting that thing as hard as you can. Ball's in, Steen. Beaumont playing a very tight box. Steen rips it across. Shoots, block shot, 2 seconds to go in the second period. And Beaumont's going to spin away with that and just kill the rest of the clock out. 9-6 Beaumont after 2. Third period coming out here shortly. We're going to take a short break. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back inside the Ken Nickel Arena in Beaumont, Alberta here. We've had an absolute barn burner thus far between the Outlaws and the Saskatchewan SWAT. 9-6 is our final heading into the third period. Beaumont is shorthanded for 45 seconds here. Saskatchewan has an abbreviated power play. And if you're thinking to yourself, it's so loud that I can't hear myself think, you would be correct. This place has been rocking since the opening draw. And not the initial draw now. It's Hebig and Wedman. Saskatchewan breaks into their own zone. They're going to try and get situated on the... Oh, they're going to try and get situated on the power play as fast as they can here now. Personnel change is being made. Luoma bringing it over. Looking for Steen back over. Steen quarterbacking power play now. Sends it across. Fires it through. And on the crossbody save... That's Dorland with a nice little save. Steen picks it back up. Fresh 30 on the clock for the SWAT. And that was blocked in front by Goudreau. That's going to sting as he's going to limp to the bench momentarily here. Thought about the change. But Saskatchewan's going to get that ball back up the floor in a hurry here. Back to 5-on-5. Getting the last defender out. Cook joining the floor. Big save. And the ball pops free momentarily here now, as that was Weston all over him. Ball's just along the left-hand wall now. Slinging it far side. Burns looking around, waiting for the rest of the line change. Sending it across to Steen. Back down low left. Back up to the high point. Barnby had it for a second now. Steen rips it, save Dorland. Beaumont's going to reset here now, waiting for the fresh personnel. Rogalski bringing it up the floor. Flips it off to Lee. Lee waiting for the rest of his running mates to join him. Tompkins brings it out. Stewart joining the fray late. Pick set by Lee. Tompkins still has it. To Turner. Turner battling. Flip past Mulaney. Mulaney wanted the shot. Blocked in front. Mulaney does pick the rebound up. 5 seconds on the clock now. Stewart rips it. Save. Saskatchewan's going to pick it up. A little bit of confusion in front of the net there, however, though. As Stewart goes down, as Stewart goes down hard, he is getting up, however, though. Saskatchewan's going back to the box. Matthew St. Germain going to the box now. Let's see what the official has in store. Two for a slash. Please, I think it's going to be... Oh, it's 5 minutes for a slash. Pardon me. I saw the hand signal from the official wrong. Beaumont going on in a 5-minute power play here now. 17:59 to play in the third period. 9-6 Beaumont. Lee's going to bring this back into the floor now. Lee saying it to Stewart, back to Lee. To Hobby, to Lee, to Stewart. Back to Lee. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Lee looks to the shot. Big save, Saskatchewan netminder. You got to stand tall on a 5-minute power play here now. I'll tell you what. You don't want to have this game get out of hand. And on the stretch pass, shoots and scores! Joshua Weston takes the gorgeous stretch pass. And we have got ourselves a 2-goal game once again. The shorty making it 9-7, 4 minutes and 34 seconds on the penalty to the Saskatchewan player in the box left. 17:33 left on the game clock. And Saskatchewan is not going away in this. They are being tenacious right until that last whistle. 9-7 Beaumont. Waiting for the last personnel change to come on now. Cook joining the floor. Wedman and Hebig lining back up. These two have battled in the dot all night long. Beaumont does come away with it, however. Beaumont setting up the zone, waiting for the offensive personnel to join. To Hobday. Down to the corner, Mulaney. Back to Hobday. To Stewart. To Tompkins. Back up to Stewart. Stewart over to Hobday. Back to Tompkins. To Stewart. To Hobday. Wanted to cross to Lee. Couldn't quite get it. Lee rips it. Hits the goaltender. Just before the shot clock expires. Big save Saskatchewan netminder. And they're going to try and break it out here now. Just to knock some more time off this penalty. Maybe get another shorthanded goal. Let's see what's in store for us here now. Saskatchewan bodying themselves across the line. Ball comes free. And that's Mulaney. He's going to get the ball loose. A little more pushing and shoving happening after the whistle now. Nothing comes of it, however. Beaumont's going to get offensive possession here now. As Tompkins is going to be bringing it out of the corner. Tompkins to Stewart. Back up to Lee. Lee looking around to Hobday. Sends it back to Lee. To Hobday once more. Hobday looking for the angle. Rips it just wide of the net. And it's a foot race now. Saskatchewan's got a breakaway. Weens scores! The second shorthanded goal allowed by Beaumont on the same power play. It's Nate Weens on Saskatchewan, making it a 9-8 game, and this thing is far from over, as we've still got 16 minutes to play in the third period here, but Beaumont still has 3 minutes and 19 seconds of power play time. They can make something happen here. Off the initial draw, it's Wedman and Hebig. Beaumont wins it clean. Waiting for personnel to come onto the floor now. They're coming on in a hurry.
This is number 16.
Hobday sends it down to Mulaney. Back to Hobday. Sends it up high to Lee. Back to Hobday. Hobday wanted the shot to Lee. Sends it down to Stewart. To Lee. Lee thinking about the shot. Sends it to Hobday. Hobday wants a shot to Lee. Lee rips it. Save netminder. Stewart going into the corner with the ball. Saskatchewan's going to come out with it, looks like, though. As the ball's still in the feet. And off the transgression there, Saskatchewan's going to come away with it. And they are running the floor right now with Beaumont on a power play right now. Saskatchewan getting into the zone. Let's see if they run the 30 seconds out or they try and actually tie this game up. Weston sending it across. Burns. And off the whistle, Beaumont is going to get this ball back. It's Hobday. He's going to wait for the rest of his running mates to join him on the floor. Stewart gets the ball. Stewart looking around. Sends it down low to Tompkins. Tompkins goes behind the net. Sets up in the office. To Stewart. Big save. Hobday going for the ball. Battling for it. Marshall. Ball pops loose. Stewart picks it up, however. Stewart looking around. Stewart to Mulaney. Beaumont's going to get the fresh 30 here now, though. Tompkins back up to Lee. Lee looking around to Tompkins. Tompkins cradling to Lee. Lee down low to Mulaney. And he scores! The ball looked like it hit the post, but that's just the way it bounced in and out of the net. Maloney, pardon me, not Mulaney. Maloney scores, making it a 10-9 game. And they've still got a minute and 31 of power play time left to go. With just under 14 and a half left to play in the third period here now. 10-9 for the Outlaws over the Saskatchewan SWAT. And I got a sneaky suspicion this last 14 minutes are going to be absolutely torrid. Quick conversation happening down at the bench, and pardon me, folks. 10-8, 10-9, not 10-9. Don't listen to me. I'm looking at the score clock. My producer Eric Crouch just tapped me on the shoulder and said it's this, and that it is. It's 10-8 Beaumont, not 10-9. My mistakes for those of you paying attention to home, wondering what I'm talking about. We got a couple more scoreboard issues now. There we go. We've got her figured out. That's the score I was looking for. 10-8 Beaumont now. 14:29 left to go in the third period. Minute 31 left on the power play for Beaumont. See if they can put a little bit of breathing room between themselves and Saskatchewan here a little more. 2-goal lead. Most dangerous lead in hockey. Sorry, the lacrosse part of me, it's not hockey. The ball's battling around. Saskatchewan comes away with it. Rushing up the floor hard. And a big hit delivered by Weens as Welsh is going to pick it up. Welsh trying to work down low on the right-hand side. Sends it up, looks up high for a second. Welsh is just going to walk this down to the low line. Welsh works it behind the net. Wanting to work the slot. Shoot, save Dorland. Looks sharp on that save coming out from the slingshot underhand. Beaumont breaking it back out now. 47 seconds on the penalty left for Saskatchewan. Hobday looking around. Sends it to Lee. To Stewart. Down low to Tompkins. To Hobday. Misses the ball. And it's going to be Maloney going to get the ball back. Up to Lee. Sends it down. Hobday rips it right into the chest of the Saskatchewan netminder. Saskatchewan's going to break out of here in a hurry, though. As Stewart's draped all over him, Tompkins is trying to pick the ball up. Does. Is going to survey again, get it to Hobday. Hobday to Lee. Lee wants a shot to Hobday. And once again, right into the chest of the Saskatchewan netminder. Lots of pressure happening for Beaumont. Can't quite crack through to the goalie just yet. They've got the one, but he's been rock solid for most of this game here, giving Saskatchewan a fighting chance to keep into this game. And we've got ourselves an emergency spill here. That is indeed Beaumont backup goaltender tonight, Jurka Zadrasil, cleaning the floor to make sure no one falls and hurts himself, and he's putting in the effort down there, folks. That floor is going to be dry, dry, dry. And off the floor he comes now, Zadrasil with a head of steam. Who's going to break out here now? We're back to 5-on-5 play now. 12:52 left to go in the third period. 10-8 Beaumont. Saskatchewan breaking into the zone. Sends it over to Weston. Down low. That's Steen. Francis. Francis still has the ball. Weston. Weston battles through a hit. Dorland makes the save, falls on the rebound. Beaumont's going to keep possession here, and they're going to break back out. Works it up the left-hand side. And off the errant pass, deflected by the Saskatchewan defender. And that was going to be a big open hit, but it's blocked off real nice by Goudreau. Goudreau making a run to the net. Goudreau screws into the left-hand side. Goudreau getting work over by his man. Still has the ball, however. Hands it off now. Hillebrand. Hillebrand flings and rips it just wide of the net. Maloney picks it up. Maloney, 5 seconds left in the shot clock. Goes to the underhand shot. Misses. And that's going to do it for the shot clock. Saskatchewan's going to pick it up. Marshall starting to break it off the floor. Sends it to Steen. Then the feet of Steen for a second. Picks it back up now. And they're going to cross center into the Beaumont end. And off the dump and chase, it's Welsh getting worked over now, but getting up the floor now. Weatherby getting worked over by his man. And that's going to be Hebig coming with the ball now. Hebig spinning around, looking for reinforcements. Flips it off. Burns has it. Francis still has the ball. Wanted to send it to Steen. Fetch picked it up. Fetch rips it just wide of the net. That's going to get picked up by Justice Cutler. And he's going to run up the floor now. And Weatherby is going to bring it up now. Maloney joining him. Same with Stewart. Beaumont's offensive end coming on now. Tompkins. Sending it across to Maloney, to Tompkins. Sorry, Weatherby, pardon me. Saskatchewan bringing it back out. And off another breakaway pass. Shoe save Dorland. The ball's in the stick of the netminder. Saskatchewan maybe send a little more from the behind the back shot. Just missed wide on the far side. 10:15 to go in the third period. Still 10-8 Beaumont. With loads of fireworks still to come in the final 10 minutes. Beaumont bringing it down the floor and ahead of steam now. Goudreau looking for Tompkins. Big hit on Tompkins, but that's going to result in the ball going back to Beaumont's end once more here. Hildebrand. Down low to Stewart. Stewart sends it across. Mishandles the ball momentarily here, but Hildebrand's going to keep it. Bounce pass over to Tompkins. Just out of the reach of him. Saskatchewan's going to pick it back up and run the other way. 2-on-2 coming back. Now 2-on-3. Burns looking around now. 9:30 to go. Burns cuts to the net. Looking. Sends it across. Just wide of the net on the far side. One more rip. Blocked in front. Saskatchewan fighting hard to try and tie this game up. Beaumont just trying to get out of their own end right now. They're going to bounce the ball out of their own end. Hutchings brings it up. He's got Maloney and Lee joining him. Lee waiting for the rest of his running mates. Lee serving. Lee goes to rip it just wide of the net. Lee picks up his own rebound, however. Lee looking. Picks being set left, right, and center. And that is a goal. Ben Hobday rips it off the goalie's pads, and it finds its way in. Beaumont restores their 3-goal lead. 8:45 to go in the third period of a very back-and-forth affair. Goalie got a piece of it, just not all of it. And it glances into the net, going short side. Line him back up. Wedman, Hebig. Let's see what kind of battle they have in store for us this time. They've been battling all night in that dot. Saskatchewan picks up the ball now. Off the fraction off the draw. Saskatchewan's offensive 5 joining the floor. Luoma brought it in. Burns fakes the pass. Over to Weston. Luoma sends it across. Steen. And the ball went through the 5-hole. And now we've got some rough stuff, ladies and gentlemen, as they got into there. As the ball crossed the goal line. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we got to fight. Things are starting to boil over here now, folks. The goalie was kind of crashed into as the ball, I believe, crossed over the line. And everything just started to break a little bit loose. Let's see how the officials sort this mess out. I believe the initial call on the play was a goal. I'm not entirely sure, however, as everybody went crashing into Dorland's crease, causing all sorts of hubbubaloo to go on. We'll see what the scorekeepers rule this as. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. After all of that got figured out, 7 minutes in penalties are going the way of Beaumont. 2 for roughing and 5 minutes for trying to start a fight, I believe. And that was number 18, Ty Cook. He is done for the night. Beaumont is going to be shorthanded here now, as we have got Saskatchewan with the lengthy power play. 5 on 3 for the next 2 minutes, and then it's going to be 5 minutes plus for the misconduct for fighting. Referees are just trying to get the rest of this situated out right now. Shouldn't be too much longer, because I didn't expect to see that tonight, but here we are, and frankly, now I can say I've seen it. Refs just trying to get the rest of the details hashed out with the coaches. 11-8 Beaumont is your score, however, though. 8:17 left to go in the third period of a very entertaining back-and-forth game, and it has been highly spirited. And one of these teams is in action tomorrow as well. The Saskatchewan SWAT are going to be in St. Albert, taking on the CROW tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. Tune in to the YouTube channel or find CROW LAX to watch that game live from the Jerome McGinley Arena. I believe we're getting this back underway now. 5 for cross-checking and 2 for roughing. And there are 3 Beaumont Outlaws in the box now. Saskatchewan getting set up on the power play. Long final 3. Steen sends it over, pardon me. Steen sends it across. Shoot, Dorland, save. Falls on a ball. This is gut check time for the Beaumont Outlaws now as they're breaking the ball out. You don't want to burn all your energy here. You just want to get the ball across and try and hang on to it for as long as that 30 seconds permits. Ball pops free. Ball still into the Saskatchewan end, however. Saskatchewan does come away with it. Breaking up across the zone. Burns brings it across. Looking for an option. Sends it to Steen. He's had another solid game for the SWAT. Shoot, save Dorland. Ball still getting worked over. Ball in the air now. Battle between the SWAT and the Outlaw. But the SWAT are going to pick it up. Steen sends it across. Ball bounced out of the stick of number 8. That's Mason Lola. Working around. Weston works it up. Shoot just wide of the net. And Welsh is going to pick it up at the zone. To Steen. Sends it down. To Weston. Weston battling for the ball. Another shot clock violation. Beaumont hanging on real tight. 7 minutes to go in the third period. And big save Dorland, as that was a near point blank shot going across his crease. Beaumont breaks it out. 27 seconds left in the first penalty. 6:40 to go in the game. 11-8 to Beaumont Outlaws leading Saskatchewan SWAT live from the Ken Nickel Arena in Beaumont, Alberta here. Beaumont breaking into the zone, being draped by 2 defenders. Just trying to run that first penalty down to get it a little more to a 5-on-4. Beaumont will keep possession of that ball, however, though. Clock still running. 5 seconds on the first penalty. Ball still in the stick. First penalty over. 5-on-4 now for the SWAT. Saskatchewan bringing it across to Steen. Steen sending it across now. Works it to the far left. Works it through to the low right. Misses. And that ball is going to roll to center. Pardon me, not roll to center. That is Hutchings. He went for a sprint, trying to kill a little more of this clock out. 2:30 to go in the penalty. Maloney works it down low to Hobday. Hobday getting worked over by his man. Picks up by Maloney. Hobday wanted the far pass. Couldn't get it, however. And the ball is being battled for. Great stick by Stewart to send it back into the Saskatchewan end, though. 5.5 minutes to go in the game. 11-8 Outlaws over to SWAT. 2 minutes to go in a penalty to the Outlaws. Saskatchewan still on the power play as they're looking to get set back up. Steen sends it over. Back to Steen. Works to the right-hand side. Shot blocked in front. And here comes Goudreau, the head of steam. He's going to run it up the floor now. He's waiting for all of his reinforcements. He was the only guy sitting high up on the point that managed to block the pass and then pick it up. Maloney takes a hit from Steen. Maloney looking to Lee. Lee looking, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Not in much of a hurry to rip it here unless he finds the seam. Lee goes to dump it over. And I believe that hit the top of the net and rolled off the back end. 4:39 to go in the third period. Minute 22 to go in the last Beaumont penalty. And then they'll be back to 5-on-5. Saskatchewan starting to run up the floor now. It's Steen with the ball now. Works it across, back up to Steen. Steen thought about a shot for a half second. Works it down low to the right-hand side. Back up to the high right point, middle left point. Steen has it. Nice behind the back pass. And that's off the net. Beaumont's going to get possession of this thing, and they're going to start to try and kill the last minute of this penalty with 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the game of an 11-8 barn burner thus far. Rogalski tried to send it across. Didn't get it, and now it's number 14, Kyle Weiss, sending it down the floor, waiting for the offensive troops to join him as he makes a change. Loma sends it to Steen. Gets it back. Sends it across to Burns, to Steen. Works it down low. The shot's blocked, and Beaumont's going to get possession of this thing. Ball pops out of the stick for a half second. Hockey's it forward. And Beaumont is trying to get possession of this ball. As that's Goudreau picking it up. 10 seconds to go on the penalty to Beaumont. They'll be back to 5-on-5, and they'll have killed off an integral 7 minutes of penalties in the latter half of this third period to maintain that 2-goal lead. Maloney working down low, surveying up high. Wants the man. It's Hobday. Hobday fakes the shot to Lee. Stewart gets it, though. And that's a shot clock violation. Saskatchewan's going to get the ball back here. 3:03 to go in the third period. Number 23, Saskatchewan works up the boards. Getting worked over by Weatherby. Manages to break away from him. Still looking. Francis. Looking across. Sends it across to Steen. Rips it, and Steen hits the net out of play. Beaumont ball. 2:37 to go in the game. 11-8 is your score so far. Outlaws leading by 2. At least I believe it. I thought it was Beaumont ball. Pardon me. Saskatchewan's going to maintain ball. That must have bounced off the goaltender. As it's Loma battling for it. Ball bounced into the stick of Dorland, and he runs up the floor now. Beaumont making offensive changes. Number 74, Beaumont brings it across. Sends it over to Tompkins, and he's going to get set up now. 2:12 to go in the third period of a very tight 11-8 game for the Beaumont Outlaws, leading the Saskatchewan SWAT so far. Maloney goes to shoot right into the chest of Saskatchewan netminder. Saskatchewan breaking it up now. They're making one last push here. Sends it over. Welsh. Waiting for the last of the reinforcements. Gives it to Barnby. Barnby works it across the right-hand side. Works it to Steen. Works it down low right-hand side. Cuts to the net. Shoots and saved by Dorland. Another great save by the young man tonight. He's been on top of his game. Very solid game for him. Goudreau brings it across center to Hobday. Hobday looking. Sends it to Maloney. Maloney sheds his check. Looking for some help. Works it down low to the middle. Hobday shoots. Saved netminder. Stewart in the corner now. Battling for the ball. And off the hit from behind, it's going to be number 12. Easton Burns going to the, number 18, pardon me. Going to the box for the Saskatchewan SWAT with 1:11 left on the game clock. Beaumont try and get the try and get one more goal here for the end of the game. Saskatchewan, let's see if they can work their shorthand and magic a little more tonight. They've had a couple of shorties tonight looking very good on the penalty kill. Minute and 10 seconds left in the game. Anything can happen. Lee works into the zone now. Down to Hobday. Back up to Lee. Back to Hobday. To Lee. Trying to find the perfect shot. Last minute to go in the third period here. Beaumont leading by 3. Lee looking around. Back to Hobday. 15 seconds on the clock. To Lee. Tompkins called for it in the corner. Sends it to Hobday one more time. Hobday. Shot. And they score! I believe that was Stewart with the shot and scores. This 12-8 Beaumont with 39 seconds to go in the third period here. Beaumont gaining a 4-goal lead as the power play comes to an end. Wedman and Hebig are going to come to the draw one more time. See one more battle they can have. Saskatchewan momentarily comes away with it here now. Beaumont does get it, however, although. As that's Cook bringing it in, looking for his reinforcements. 30 seconds to go in the game. 23 seconds on the shot clock. Cook getting worked over in the corner by 2 Saskatchewan players. Still has the ball, however. Reinforcements coming for him. Ball's got to squirt free somehow. Maloney has it now. Maloney looking for the shot. Right into the chest of the Saskatchewan netminder. Ball does pop free, however. Weiss is just going to kill this one out. And that is a 12-8 final for the Beaumont Outlaws over the Saskatchewan SWAT. We promised you a barn burner game. We delivered on it. It had everything. It had goals. It had hits. A little bit of the rough stuff and everything else. For my technical producer, Eric Krause, I have been Colton Hobby calling this one for you. Thanks for tuning in. Have yourself a great evening.